Hello, I got Sam Adams New England Juicy IPA. All the info you need. On the side, the Juicy IPA is the biggest. New England is smaller. So they've tried a bunch of different hazy IPAs at Sam Adams over the years, and this is the one they're currently doing. It's like many of these beers that are mass-produced hazy IPAs. It says brewed with spice, and on the internet or on their website, it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't even say ale brewed with spice on their website. Only in small print on the can. Don't know what that spice is. So this one is 7% alcohol. One reason I got it is because a lot of times these 19.2 ounce cans are cheaper than buying a 4-pack. It's kind of ridiculous. And this one where I went has very reasonable prices. This is $2.75, and this is basically almost like a full. If you get 4 of these, it's like basically a full 6-pack, whereas a 4-pack tall can's not equal to a full 6-pack of 12 ounce. So this is like a little over. I guess that comes out to about $11 a 6-pack. Pretty cheap these days. So let's get to the beer. And I also bought this because on the bottom, the Julian code dating, it says the best by is March 4th of 2026, pretty far away. But below that, the first number says 308, and that's the day of the year it was canned. So if you just search that on the internet, you can figure it out quickly. So this one is like less than about 2 weeks in the can, something around there. So it's very fresh. So I thought I'd give it a try. My friend who doesn't really like hazy IPAs said he had this at the airport when he was leaving town and thought it was decent. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So I'm getting some weird mass-produced smells, banana, and like it's not super hazy. It's kind of this weird darkish color. Head looks pretty nice. Hopefully it's not a drain pour. They say they use their Sam Adams IPA yeast, which is probably some kind of like, ester forward yeast strain. It uses Galaxy, Cascade, Citra, is it Simcoe also? Something like that. Just like, your usual suspects. I guess Cascade was a little bit of a weird addition, but I love Cascade and hazy IPAs. Oh no. Very pineapple-y. But that could be this spice. But yeah, it's very pineapple-y. And maybe they add a little bit of some sort of pineapple natural flavor. It doesn't say natural flavor though. It says spice. Which there's a lot of New Belgium beers that say with spice. I'm just confused. That smells decent. It doesn't explode with hoppiness. It's just mainly sort of fruity esters. The Galaxy is not really coming in with much. I guess there is a hint of an apple juice thing. I bought some of the Sam Adams non-alcoholic hazy IPA, and that one's really apple juicy. Not a huge fan of that. I have a review on this channel where it is kind of nice and soft and brings a lot of character that people want from a hazy IPA, but it's not nearly hoppy enough. This one it's pretty hoppy, but definitely sort of yeast forward and a little bit apple juicy. Kind of reminds me a bit of like foam. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I think I like it more than New Belgium. New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger series, I don't know, the millions of hazy IPAs they've had, most of them I've hated, except for the Voodoo Ranger 1985, which I have a video review of. That one has like mango in it, which I'm a sucker for, and I think it has like other natural flavors and spices. Sometimes the spices I think can help, like Sierra Nevada, they have some of their like tropical little things or dank little thing. Their dank little thing has some added spice to it or flavoring that makes it really grapefruity, but it's still a really dank, hoppy IPA. This one's not that super hoppy. It's got something going on though. The website it said 35 IBUs. It seems like it's a little more than that. it is not lacking in bitterness. And it's a little bit soft. There is some body to it, but it's not thick. It's a little bit seltzery in the finish, and the apple is just building more and more. Yeah, too appley. Too appley and too like bitter and spicy. Yeah. Yeah, that aftertaste is not nice. Is it juicy? It's fruity, but it's kind of almost like, I don't want to say it's like a pineapple hard seltzer because those don't have nearly as much body as something like this. And they don't have bitterness, but it's coming across with that kind of flavor, just pineapple-y, seltzery. The spiciness is kind of from the seltzery aspect. No, aftertaste is just unpleasant. Yeah, and Sam Adams, I've been trying their beers recently. Got like a variety pack. Got their American Light, and that also has a really bad aftertaste. Like I had the Sam Adams American Light next to Natty Light, and Natty Light was cleaner and better. But there's, oh, yeah, the finish, dishwater. Even though it doesn't look that dishwater, I mean a little bit maybe. Not very hazy. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy more than one of this, but this is not, I don't know if I'm going to finish this, honestly. I say packing punches of orange, mango, pineapple. Is there really some orange pineapple-y thing going on? Mango, not quite, but it's just like not good. It doesn't really hit that note well. And it's not really juicy. It's kind of sweet and full enough on the palate to be juicy. Excuse me. But no. Would not recommend this one unless you really like something like foam, and you don't care about weird aftertastes, because it's fruity, it's appley, and I don't think it's not like I don't want to call it a fermentation off flavor because obviously they intend for it to be this way, but it's something that I don't like. It almost reminds me a bit of like when Kvik yeast, or Kvik is what it looks like, the Norwegian or Nordic yeast strains were popular, and they would always have kind of like a weird thing in the finish. Yeah, I don't really want to drink any more of this, so I'm going to give it probably not a great rating. I'm often too middle of the road with my ratings, so I'm going to be harsh on this one. Maybe 2.7 or something. I wonder what it has on tap, but yeah, just the aftertaste is like just bitter apple juice. Slightly bitter apple juice. Not great. Bye.